Alright guys, welcome back to UNGRATEVILLE, welcome back to City Skylines. More importantly, welcome back to Area 51, over here in scenic Groom Lake, Nevada. Not sure if this is actually, well, I know it's in Nevada, but we just basically picked up the entire lake and we relocated it over to wherever UNGRATEVILLE is set. There is a possibility that I might be just kind of not placing these water treatment plants in the correct place, and that's partially why the lake is so polluted. Of course, there's not too much I can really do about that, possibly until I get the lake open. But here, let's see if we can relocate some of this. Actually, we don't want to relocate that one, but we are going to... Not necessarily that one, but we are going to relocate the one on the very end. So what we are going to do here is we are going to connect it up just to start off this episode. Of course, you guys have not seen anything really being uploaded by me because I've been mostly busy the past couple days. I've been dealing with some stuff, and unfortunately that has kept me from uploading, but I'm definitely going to try to, keep on uploading, daily as much as I can. Of course, I am going to try to switch to another game, try to find something else, what else I could possibly play for a game series. But yeah, let's just try to focus on this episode. So we have ourselves some congestion here. Not sure entirely. Here, let's fast forward. Let's see where they all kind of start going. Okay, so they're all sort of coming this way. Let's see where they all go. Okay, so they're mostly going forward and right. So, not entirely sure where these guys are going besides across the highway. Of course, we're going to have to, we should probably get like a little spot here where people can cross over. So, let's get a little one-way road kind of going this way. And we can get one going possibly right here. I believe we can do that, but let's do an off-ramp. Let's just quickly do an off-ramp. Just so that way. No. Nope. Nah, I want it right there, and it won't let me do it. It was just letting me do something. Oh, for right there, but we're not going to do it right there. What we're going to do is have it kind of curve back around. There we go. That's what we want. So there we go. So that way people can either make the choice of right or left, and they could just shoot right across the highway, across Charles Highway, with a bunch of fast incoming traffic. And of course I have the field of view kind of set very high, so of course you can't really see anything till it's right there. Here's hoping the citizens don't have to live like that, I do kind of want to get traffic kind of flowing across the highway a little bit more. Let's see, these guys, they're being really ungrateful now. And here, we're just going to make sure that they do have maybe one or two spots inside the building that, they can, of course, get water from, but of course, they do ultimately, they might have to come outside for the water. And of course, let's see where all this is going. We're fast forwarded. Oh, okay, because of the little highway here. Because, yep. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I think we're okay with what we got there. Of course, let's see where these go. We could possibly add a little road here. I'm not sure how much that would help. So we're gonna get that in. Here's hoping that people start using it. Oh, we got our first customer. And it's just so that way they could turn around, get out of the city. Not sure if anybody's actually going to use it. That's kind of why I have those in place. So that way they can just turn around and they can go right in there. Of course, I could just make an off-ramp, you know, kind of get some space going, you know. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to quickly wait till that guy goes, and hopefully somebody notices that, you know, it actually went missing. So that way, you know, nobody's like driving off, you know, into uncharted areas. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add a road right there. And it kind of extends out like that. Not entirely sure what we should do with this area. Not sure if we even want to have anything in this area. So what we are going to do is we are actually going to add... You think we could do that, guys? We could possibly add a spot kind of coming up here. Of course, I don't want it like that so much as I want... Yeah, the slope is way too steep, so people are going to be ramping off the road and onto that road, or they're going to be ramping off into the trees and hitting that, you know, little barrier right there. So we're going to get it going right up here. See, I don't want it curving like that, because then that just looks... It does not look great, to be honest. So we got a little bit of traffic that's going to be flowing over there. People are using it, but not an entirely, you know, not a huge amount of people are, you know, using it. So I think what we're gonna do here is get possibly another, instead of having it kind of like going this way, we're gonna have it going that way, and then we're gonna have like a little inlet into the city. Of course, we have to figure out a good spot. So, of course, they don't like it, but they can really just suck me off if they don't, you know, if they don't like it. Of course, we could actually just, I just thought of this, but we could upgrade these roads. Of course, we're gonna quickly delete that road. Of course, that guy just made it, barely made it in time. We're gonna quickly make a road right here. Here, let's get it going there. And then what we're going to do is we are going to upgrade that road. Of course, we might not be able to do that. Unfortunately, it does not look like we're going to be able to do that because of the highway here. Not many people even use it, so I'm not entirely sure. I think we're going to get rid of it altogether. So we're just going to have a really weird arrow kind of facing here. We're also going to quickly fix that. So, here, let's quickly just upgrade this road to a multi-lane road. And, of course, that's holding up traffic, but, you know, that's just how it is. And we're going to get some office zoning kind of going through here. You know, so that way people can have their office jobs right next to the highway, and especially people at Angry Clans mobile games, they're going to be making the next, you know, Clash of Clans, Candy Crush Saga bullshit game, and especially over here at Top Banking. I said Tom Banking, I'm pretty sure, but you know, if they don't like their games or they don't like how the finances are, they're just going to jump out the window and just, yeah. And, of course, we're going to lead a pipe out there so that way, you know, they're happy, but they still have to, they do, of course, have to come out into the middle of the street, you know, the middle of the street, middle of traffic, and oh boy, that does not look good. That really does not look good. I probably just caused more traffic than what's even remotely necessary for this area right here. Of course, that is my fault. I should not have done that. And of course, it seems like a lot of this traffic is flowing out this way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get another road kind of going through here, I would suppose. Should we? I don't know if we should. Because, I mean, ultimately they have, you know, all that space there. And there we go. And they don't like it, of course. I don't know why they decide to do this to me. So we're going to quickly downgrade the road to a highway road. And then we're just going to quickly get another one. I would assume going maybe this way. We can get another one kind of up the road here. Nope, don't want it like that. There we go. And then, of course, people can be coming out like this. There we go. See, I think that looks a little bit better. Doesn't look entirely better, but I am not sure how to fix this congestion issue. This is quite a big one, and this is all because I'm trying to sit here and regulate traffic in a lot easier of a way. But of course, that's on me for trying to do something so simple. And of course, traffic is backing up pretty badly. I'm not sure what to do about it. It's mostly, I'm sure it's because of what's going on right here. I think it's because, God forbid, everything here is backing everything up. So what we're going to do is we're going to downgrade it to a road. Downgrade it to a, single highway, road. And of course, if people don't like it, they didn't want to make that turn, they can come in here through this little off-ramp, and they can just go, they can navigate through the gridlock all the way, back to their jobs. So, let's see what zoning's like. Of course, there's no zoning here because they all pretty much got broken down. Of course, we're going to need maybe a windmill right here. I think that would be nice. Of course, everybody's unhappy about it, but, who cares? These guys can get chopped up if they don't like it. Of course, they would barely get chopped up. I don't think they would even get touched so much as these guys down here in this area. As unfortunate as it is. So, let's see how traffic kind of flows through here. Of course, everybody's trying to get in there. So I think what we want is multi-lane roads kind of coming in here. Of course, we can't regulate that as bigger road. There we go. So that way, everybody... Yeah. And then we can do the same for, I guess, this? No? Oh, it's because the road is way too short. Road is way too short. So what we're going to do here is we're going to build one right next to it. Distance is, of course, too short, so we're going to build one right there. And we are going to demolish what that is right there. So those guys were just crapping themselves right there, and they have no idea what's going on, but yeah. I think what we should do for now, I think it's because of how close. Now I'm starting to realize it. Let's pause the game here. And we're going to create a road just like it coming into the city. So that way, all these little... Here, let's get multiple roads kind of coming through here. And I think what we should have done there was had it so that way we can curve the road. So we're going to do that real quick, and voila. And now I think traffic is going to be a lot better, I would assume. Yeah, it's not that much better, to be honest, because everybody's merging onto this road, and I think we're going to quickly get rid of that. So, of course, we're going to quickly modify this ramp here so that way it doesn't look like crap. So, there we go. Of course, those people that were just on the ramp, they're crapping themselves, certainly. They don't know where to go. And, yeah. So, I think what we could do right here is quickly, like, modify it so that way they can, you know, they can get back onto the highway if need be. So, of course, it's a really weird turn, and I've spent pretty much all that time, of course, modifying everything. Let's see how traffic is. You know, see, that's what I added those in for, and now people seem to be using them a lot more. Of course, you know, it's not a lot of usage, but of course, it does help with some of the flow. Of course, it's not backed up for like 5 miles anymore. It is still pretty backed up, I will not deny that, but it's still, however, backed up. And we are going to have to fix that. Of course, I'm not sure what to do about that. We're going to add some offices in this area right here. Kind of fill up some of that usage. Same, excuse me. Same with right here. So that way, you know, office space can be used. People will commute to their horrible, horrible desk jobs. And here, let's get the little thing in here, so that way we're not, of course, painting over the wrong things. And of course, let's get some water going through here, because I'm pretty sure somebody needed water. My cat was just saved by a smoke detector. Oh, that's good. I love cats. Alright. I'm glad I did that smoke detector distribution thing. So, a dead person is waiting for transport. So let's get healthcare availability. The healthcare availability is at an all-time high. And, oh wow, we have an average health of 90%, which is highly, it's awesome. That is just, I cannot begin to, imagine how great that is. That's awesome. Of course, we're gonna add a crematorium here. For whatever reason, they're happy about it. And, we're gonna have, lots of these guys come and collect those bodies. Cemetery usage, we're at a capacity for 24K, and almost 10,000 have been buried. Of course, I wonder what happens to those bodies, other than possibly they get dumped off in Groom Lake, and holy mother of Jesus, they nothing seems like nothing's even working for Groom Lake. I'm not entirely sure how to fix this. Hunter Gaming and I were talking a little while ago, and he suggested that I, you know, kind of build a canal and maybe run it out this way. He wasn't talking about where I should run it, but he was telling me about how I should just try to run it somewhere, and I mean, possibly get some water treatment facilities kind of going through there. And the unfortunate thing is that I might not be able to do that, because with how small this lake is, you know, I don't think I'm going to be able to build a canal. Let's just see real quick. I mean, I could build a small canal, I'm sure. So let's just experiment with it. Let's just slope too steep. Of course, water is starting to fill up. Let's see how well it even fills up. Yeah, see, I thought it would. It barely even fills to that point, and that's a small canal. So we're not going to do that. So what we are going to do is we're definitely going to try to continue getting the water, you know, all the treatment plants working, and they should be working, though. I'm not entirely sure why they aren't. So, here, let's see about what's going on with that. So, don't want to pump raw sewage into bodies of water. You could build a water treatment plant to reduce the environmental impact of the city, purifies 80% of the pollution in sewage. So I think what we can do is actually get rid of these. Because I believe what I did wrong was allowed these to, it's basically just the same thing as what these guys do. They pump raw sewage into the lake. But of course, you know, those things were just pumping raw sewage into the lake and not giving anything back. These, however, treat the water while they pump it. So what we're going to do real quick is we are going to move these over. So that way, you know, we don't have them separated and it doesn't look like a gap-toothed bitch. Okay, so, alright. So it doesn't look too bad. Of course, we are going to, of course, spread them out a little bit. And we are going to try to expand a little bit. So we're going to get some more offices going along this area. Of course, this entire city, like I have said, is office central. So we need as many offices, you know, we need as many Dunder Mifflins and customer services, Angry Clans mobile games, this, that, and everything else, you know, as we can possibly get. So we need water kind of flowing through here. So let's kind of get it going there then. Let's do that. And we're gonna get it kind of straight shooting through here a lot. There we go. I think that looks nice. Oh, wait. It does not look that great because of the fact that there's... Oh, boy. Oh, well. That's okay, though. Can't hurt to have all that availability anyhow. So, we are at a low for basically everything except for commercial, which we do not have a demand for. So let's see. Oh boy, this is still kind of backing up here. So I'm not entirely sure what to do here. So what we are going to do, however, is... What do we do here? So we have it on fast forward. Let's see how, you know, everything works out. I think what we should do is simply downgrade those to one-way. This one should be a one-way, the one in the middle, of course. And I think what we need to do is make it into a yield. So that way they yield. No, they don't yield, apparently. So, I mean, they should yield. I don't know why they won't. That would be a lot more useful. I don't know why they don't. So let's see if we can make it so that way they have to yield. I wish we could take out the stop sign here. That would be... Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so... Alright. Traffic is backing up a lot worse than how it was before, which is possibly a very stressful thing to think about, you know. So I think what we're going to do here, and I just had this idea kind of pop off in my head, those are going to get deleted. We are going to add a road kind of going through here, so we will add that. Of course, let's get a road going through here. Of course, that does not look good, so we're going to quickly fix that. So, you know what, let's just leave it as is. I don't think it needs to be fixed. Of course, they're going to have to come down here and, yep. Kind of like that. They're just going to have to, you know, start up, chop down one of the buildings. Actually, no, what they could do is kind of come under the underpass and come through here. Of course, I'm not at a great spot. I was right there, so we need to quickly just... I didn't want to knock down buildings if I did not have to, so... Of course, we're going to do that, see how well everything flows there. It seems to be flowing a lot better now. That's wonderful. Except for this side, we are going to have to fix that. So, let's get that done, and we can focus on something else. Of course, over here, it's no better. It never was better. So, let's see about medical. Crematorium availability. Of course, we don't have a crematorium kind of coming around this area, so what we need is one kind of in that area. Of course, we have one kind of around this area, but, you know, trying to get all the dead people in Old Town. Now it's basically just Old Dead Town, so let's just see how people handle this over here. Doesn't seem like anybody's really coming out this way. I don't think anybody is able to. Cooper Tunnel and let's see, Shirley Smith Tunnel seem to be doing good. Shirley Smith Road seems to be, or Boulevard seems to be one of the biggest roads that we have. Like literally, it's even down here too, all the way to here. Shirley Smith Boulevard. Yep, we have ourselves like the biggest. I never actually noticed it, but like it stretches out to like, let's see here, Cooper Boulevard. Let's see, Scarlett Morgan, Ungrateful Street is still kicking after all this time. Okay. And let's see how traffic, oh my gosh, it is flowing so much better now. A lot better than how, oh boy, I got really loud there. Of course, everybody is kind of coming along on that ramp. They want to ramp off and onto one of the buildings like it's Grand Theft Auto. So what we are going to do is we're going to get a little off-ramp there. And... oh boy. Oh wow, I did not mean to do that. So what we are going to do is we're just going to get a road coming through here. I never liked the way they looked in this game. Cause see, in real life, I know this isn't real life, this is a video game, but like in real life, this would be like the sharpest freaking turn you could ever make when it comes to this sort of stuff. So we're gonna get a road kind of symmetrically coming out this way, so everybody, you know, they can finally, you know, they can come into the city how they please. Of course, I'm not sure if that's even gonna remotely happen. It does not look like we have anybody coming in. Up there we go. See, that's what the road was designed for. But, of course, it does not look like many people are going to use it. It does look like people are using this road to, this weird tree branch. This, I don't know. It looks a little bit like a tree branch, like it's got arms extending out. Looks more like a starfish. Personally, I'm not sure. But let's see what we can do here. Especially right over here, we have all this low density, all these low density spots that could be used up, but you know, it's being used up by all the people that are currently in production of their sister brothers and their brother uncles and their sister wives. Oh boy, everybody's house is looking great, especially all these weird-ass little modern, you know, futuristic, sci-fi looking-ass houses. Like this one looks like E.T. in the fucking future, or some shit like that. So, seems like a lot of people might need to get into the city from here. I don't know. I could be wrong. Of course, nobody is actually going out that way. But let's see here. We have a lot of dead people. The Rapture is back, so And of course, it's no wonder why they're dying. Like I said, you know, it's Grand Theft Auto basically. Like you have this really steep ramp right here, just ramp up and fucking crash into each and every one of those buildings. Of course, I wish we could upgrade it to a two-way well, yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can upgrade this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So now we can have multiple lanes of traffic, and it's not it's backed up, but of course it is, you know, it doesn't have to look horrible, or at least as horrible as it was before. So, I think it looks nice. Of course, we should probably get an off-road kind of coming off here, because, you know, why not? You know, everybody wants to play, everybody wants to ramp off and do all these sick tricks and whatnot, so we're gonna let them do it. And, of course, I don't know why I did that. We should make it into a roadway, just like that. So, that's what we're gonna do. And, let's see. Basically, what we got now is, a lot of dead people showing up around Area 51. Well, I mean, it makes sense because, of course, they're going to be trying to silence they're going to be silencing everybody that they can. Let's get it in the middle there, so that way people that are coming in from town, they can see that, you know, there's a crematorium here and people do not play games. So we're going to get water pipes leading throughout the, you know, the middle of the road, so that way people will have to come out into the middle of, you know, heavy gridlock just to, you know, get their water. Oh boy, that looks beautiful in the distance. Especially with all the, I always like that when it's, like, super dark in the background. It's, like, really cloudy, and got the sun just beaming on all these buildings and stuff. I always thought that was beautiful, but that's just me. So let's see here. We got no demand for anything whatsoever. We're going to have to add some high-density residential, but let's add some offices first, kind of blocking and shielding, you know, the high-density, you know, the rich and wealthy from the reality that is, you know, going to work. Of course, that's also what we did with those kids on the playground back in the city. Around, I believe, what is it, right around here? No, it was right around here, yep. Because you got all these little trees here. Let me get rid of that. Of course, they're barely able to see anything that's even out here. Everything on the Orchard Highway is now, oh my gosh, they're all flowing just so greatly. It is still kind of backed up, but that is to be expected. Of course, I don't know how to get rid of the stoplights, which clearly I don't think is possible. For a minute, I thought that said Snitch Street, and of course, I misread that. Smith Street. The Manor residents, well, of course people are dying because, you know, they keep climbing up here to take a selfie up to that little pole. I don't know if you guys can even see it because I have the depth field of view kind of on. So I think that's what we're going to do for the rest of the series. We're going to turn off depth of field, and there we go. So now you guys can see it a lot better. They keep climbing up to this little pole here, and they keep trying to take a selfie. They keep falling, so they straight up just slide down this. They break their asses, their ass bones and ass cheeks, whatever, and they fall down here, and they are undiscovered, like, for another, like, 3 weeks until the Pearl residence comes along while they're trying to get inside because they need to smoke their blunts, and they have nowhere else to really go because the high school benches are all taken up. And they're going to discover the body, and of course they're going to quickly go inside, hide their blunts, and they are going to just absolutely, you know, smother themselves with air wick and then they are going to contact paramedics. They're going to contact the police, 911, about how there's a dead body around, and they're going to be asking them, why is there, what were you doing here, and how did you find this body? And they're just going to tell them, I mean, I was coming home to maybe smoke a blunt, maybe I wasn't going to smoke a blunt, I was coming home maybe from my office job. Oh boy, I think this looks a lot better now without that field of view. Maybe a light field of view would be nice, but oh boy, we got of course we got ourselves a commercial center here, and it is abandoned. Okay, so let's see what else we can get done here. So everybody is dying around here. We got no way of actually dealing with this sort of stuff, do we? Crematorium. Oh wait, I don't know what I was doing there. See, basically what's going on right now, guys, is that my hand that's controlling my mouse is literally asleep, like heavily asleep. It feels like pins and needles. And I think what we should get here, going on next to this park right here, is a cemetery. Of course, I want to knock down only 4, if we can. We're gonna get death kind of around these guys. Oh wait, no, there's no death on the other side. It's the statue of shopping. And 2 doors down, or well, 3 doors down, I would assume, would be the cemetery, which would be the Area 51. This would be Area 51 cemetery, so this would be where they also bury the humans with the aliens that they have formed inside the lake. Of course, I was just trying to move around there, and it ended up typing. So we're gonna do this as the we're gonna name this the alien dump, and that is, it looks like a very beautiful, very God-fearing place. And of course, underground, it's kind of like those catacombs, I believe, that are in Paris. I could be wrong. The ones that you got to explore through when you were, they made a movie about it. It was like a horror movie. And you got to kind of go through there in Modern Warfare 3 when you guys went under the, when your team went under the tunnels. Of course, I don't remember where they are, those catacombs, but of course, it was still, I still have yet to see that movie. I have to figure out what it was called again, but it looked like a really, really good movie. And that's basically what's going on here, is we have humans above, and then maybe off on either side you can, open up one of these graves or go into this little area here, and you can climb down a ladder, and there's going to be a whole bunch of, buried, not necessarily buried, but just piles of alien bodies just kind of in that area. Seems like there's not enough workers in this area, so, elementary school availability is not doing great out here. We're going to need to get people educated about aliens, so we're going to get an elementary school going on through here. These guys don't have much availability either, so I think we might relocate the elementary school. Of course, I only want to destroy 2 buildings. We don't need to destroy 3, so we're going to destroy those 2. And then maybe we could get a an Area 51 university kind of along this area somewhere, possibly. Maybe next door to the, yeah, I think that would be nice. That way, the university students, they can come over here and, observe those bodies that were formed in Groom Lake. This will be Area 51 University, or we can call it Beam Me Up University Up. University Up. Yeah, that's what I just called it. Beam Me Up University. That's what we're gonna call it. Unless you guys have suggestions for what we're gonna call it. So what they're gonna do is they have underground tunnels, they have their own catacombs, on top of all the people that want to learn about, I don't know, game design. They want to learn about music and business studies. And we, of course, have a ladder that leads down from the bottom of the basement to the catacombs. And so that way they can go over there and study in these advanced laboratories that look like they're 50 years ahead of their own time. So we're going to quickly get rid of this rock so that way these guys can assume more land. So let's get that done. Of course, we did just create a whole bunch of low-dense residential, but I am not worried about that. So let's get rid of all that, and we're going to add... Oh, no. Oh, those are offices. My bad. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot, guys. These are all offices, so we're... Yep. Dunder Mifflin is still a thing. And for some reason, we still don't have a demand for anything other than really just offices. So we're gonna try it when we come back. I know I did kind of extend this episode a little bit. What we're gonna try in the next episode is we're gonna expand out this way, maybe even expand over into here, and maybe get a road kind of leading along here. Get a couple of side roads in. We're going to probably fill in this area. We're going to expand into this area as well. Currently, we're at 45,400, over 45.4 thousand people. We're growing now. So we're actually 15,000 people away from having ourselves an airport. So we're gonna get it going along this area here, maybe even right around here, because it'll be super loud and planes will be flying through and people could sit on the beaches. I forget where it is, but it's somewhere in the Eastern Hemisphere. I think it's in the Bahamas. No, it's not the Bahamas. It's somewhere else. But people have, I think, died. I just saw a video on it where, you can sit on one of those beaches. The airport is right there on the other side of one of the fences, so people will sit there and watch as a plane, like, swoops in right over their heads. So, yeah, we're going to get that, and we're going to definitely, that's going to be a thing. And, of course, I am not sure what else we're going to do with the city, but that is what we are going to do for now. We are going to get either an airport right here or an airport right over here to eliminate noise pollution. So if you guys... Okay, let's get a good view of this entire place. Oh wow, without the FOV on, this place still looks very beautiful. So... if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to share with your friends. Or, you could do the opposite and, share it with your friends just so you guys can laugh at how cringy my content is. And, show them that I cannot even manage traffic control. I can't, well, traffic congestion, more like. But it seems to be doing a lot better now. A lot better. Around this area, it is still, not that great. But I just want to thank you all for watching this episode, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.